Hi, in this video I want to explain what these two environments, which look completely different, have totally in common. Hi, I'm Dr. Joe with 2 Minutes to Better Health. Well, warm, sunny, hot, dark, sleeping, both situations, what do they have in common? Well, if it's heating season, then they have one major thing in common. It's dry air. Think about it this way, folks. Many times this can look beautiful and wonderful and comfortable, but our environment can be almost exactly like that of the desert in terms of the humidity that's experienced inside in the winter, especially in the Northeast. All right, so how do you know if your house is too dry? Well, it's very important. First of all, if it's winter, it's a very good chance that it is actually too dry. Also, you can get a hygrometer, which is a very important, simple tool that looks like this over here, for basically $5 or $10 online or in any kind of store. So definitely I recommend doing that. And one thing that's important, because a lot of people think, oh yeah, it's not too bad, I have a humidifier going on, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But 30 feet away in their bedroom, it might be a totally different environment than where they have the humidifier running. Or if they have a central humidifier, maybe they turn the heat down in their room, so maybe it's not pumping the moisture into the room as much either. So let's look at a few different things here. The following symptoms would definitely indicate if you have a very dry house. Dry skin, of course, a lot of people get that in the winter. Just being outside, the humidity drops a lot, so that's going to steal some moisture from us. But that can lead to cracked lips. A lot of people are using chapstick like crazy. Sore or dry throat. If you're waking up in the morning and your throat's very dry, you need a lot more water. It's likely that it's very dry in that room, and you're stealing moisture from your body to put back into the dry air. Dry cough, if that's constantly going on, whether it be in the morning or all day long, definitely consider looking into something about that. Sinus congestion. A lot of people think they have allergies and that could be an issue, or they're sensitive to dust and other things. Absolutely true. But if their sinus cavities are constantly being dried out, then that's going to contribute to an environment where they're more reactive to other things. So definitely that sinus congestion and bloody noses definitely constantly happening. Absolute indication of dryness in the house. And headaches. The number one reason for headaches, people, is basically dryness. Okay, lack of water consumption and moisture in the air not being there, so your body's losing it into the air. So if you're getting headaches a lot more in the winter, I absolutely guarantee your house is too dry. So here's a humidifier. We all see them. There's a lot of different research out there to say which type. Cool air, warm air. I personally believe that a warm air humidifier is better, especially one that causes a vapor to be coming from a boiling water situation. Why is that? Well, you're basically going to burn off any impurities in the water when you're boiling it, so it's vaporizing into the air. If it's just a cool mist, it comes out and it just falls to the ground, and it's not going to keep that as sanitized. So it's an important thing. You got to do your homework when you're buying them. Look into the reviews, see what people have to say about them, but definitely do a little bit of extra research on this. Proper size for the area. If it's oversized, it's going to cause too much humidity. If it's undersized, that's not going to be good either. Okay, and don't over humidify. Definitely look for condensation on your windows, and use distilled or filtered water. That's important, because if water has any kind of bacteria in it and you're sending that into the air, especially if it's not a hot air type of vaporizer, then that's going to send bacteria and other types of impurities into the air. But at least if it's heating up, that's going to reduce. Distilled water definitely can be the best, but filtered could be very good as well. So definitely look at these signs and symptoms for your body and for your environment. Get one of those hygrometers. It's probably a little too close now to the holiday, but a stocking stuffer would be a great idea for that. And just try to change your environment a little bit so that you're not sitting in that situation that's going to cause a weakened immune system. One thing that's important for people to understand is when you're constantly drying out your body, you are weakening your body's defense mechanism on the skin and in the mucous membranes in the throat and in the sinuses. So definitely try to take care of yourself, humidify your house, and don't sleep in a desert anymore. Again, thanks for watching this. 2 Minutes to Better Health. Please share this with a loved one, and we'll see you in a future video.